Have you ever jumped in a puddle after the rain? Or played in the snow only to see it disappear and then maybe come back again later in the next winter season? We're going to talk about that process, and that process is called the water cycle. Let's begin reading. The water cycle. Just like plants and animals go through life cycles, the earth recycles water through a process called the water cycle. So if you're familiar with recycling, you know you have like a recycling bin in your house. You might think of some things you put in a recycling bin. You put plastics and paper. You put those kind of items so that they can be reused again. Well, the earth does the same thing with water. It recycles the water through this process called the water cycle. And there are three main phases. There are three main phases in the water cycle. The first phase is condensation. Water vapor in clouds begins to cool down and turn back into liquid. That's what happens in this phase. And so we can barely see the vapor, but the vapor is held in the clouds, and then it begins to be too much for the clouds to contain, and that is when we get precipitation. And precipitation is rain or snow, sometimes sleet, which is a mixture of rain and snow, and sometimes hail, which is ice balls that come down from the sky. And then after the precipitation happens, after you've jumped into that puddle and then the puddle is no longer there, well, what makes the puddle disappear? What makes the puddle disappear is evaporation. Evaporation. Water heats up and turns to water vapor in the air.